Hello student, welcome to social science class once again. So I shall continue the same chapter today. So in the last class we have discussed the fifth chapter, and to continue the same chapter here I am with the topic Northeast. The term Northeast coined by the British for the first time, and Northeast India, this region includes states like Tripura, Meghalaya, Assam, Manipur, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh. Each state has distinctive and traditional cultural heritage in the political history, and state have common features and giving recognition to that, and for that the government of India formed the Northeastern Council. However, in this council, so Sikkim is also included. This region, Northeast region, got a different common identity. Got a common identity is there. So Northeastern region surrounded by the neighboring or the foreign countries like Bhutan, China, Myanmar, and the Bangladesh. All the neighboring states, Northeastern region states are hilly, and due to this type of this natural setting, Assam is used by all the states as central place for comfortable transport connection and all other say the other modern facilities. This is it may be education, health, or whatever may be. So Assam is being used by all other Northeastern states. So information about the relationship between the different kingdom. It was during ancient time, medieval. So relationship between the state or the among the state. So it was good, and sometime the king of the different states they expressed their subordination and sometime obeyed the ruler of Assam. The ruling families had a ties with each other through marriage alliance, and they had a good communication through the messenger called Dut. Now, during the British days, the missionaries started expanding the Christianity in the Northeastern region, and for that, so it was because of this reason that number of people, the Christian people are at present inhabitant of the region, while the Hindu religion also established roots in the area during ancient time. Hinduism expanded in Manipur, Tripura, and Assam also. So, but several tribes of Northeastern region, so they still follow the animist tradition. So for example, here can be cited it is, so tribe of the Arunachal Pradesh, they follow Hindu, Christianity, and the Buddha religion, but also same time, so they also worship Donyapolo, and that is their popular deity, sun and the moon. So this is the worshipping of Arunachal Pradesh. Now Nagaland, regarding this state Nagaland, one festival is very common, and in the first 10 days of December every year, so they celebrate this festival with full enthusiasm or gaiety. Now this festival, it is Hornbill. The festival is named after a bird, it is Hornbill. Now the people of Nagaland, they consider or regard it as a secret being and festival name after that bird, freedom fighter Rani Gaidelu, she launched a movement named Heraku. The main motive and the purpose of launching that movement, it was to revive the traditional culture of Nagaland. majority of the people, they express their culture in this festival. Now, this is all about Nagaland. Moving towards the next state, Manipur. Manipur, majority of the people are Meitei, are follower of Chaitanya's cult. The impact of Vaishnava religion is seen in their rich cultural heritage. Song, dances, and musical instruments influenced by Vaishnava religion are seen among the Manipuris. Now, Manipuri classical dance form developed mainly on the basis of the childhood of the Saint Chaitanya and the Lord Krishna. And Manipuri dance is recognized by Government of India. Now, some of the people of Manipur still follow the animist way of life. Majority of these people of Tripura. It is now I am going to tell you about Tripura. Majority of the people are Hindus, and impact of Bengali culture is seen in the state. However, culture of Tripura, it is mixed, which are enriched with the element of various tribes. Now, next, Meghalaya, Khasi, Garo and the Jayantia people of the Meghalaya started following Christianity from 1830, and it was because of the missionary work of the Christian missionaries during the British period, for which large number of people they embraced Christianity. So, Christian missionaries, they proselyted large number of the Khasi, Garo and the Jayantia people into Christianity, and for that 80% of the people are till today dependent on agriculture, and the large number of the people are Christian. Now, the people of Meghalaya, they are dependent. 80% are dependent on agriculture, and mainly they follow this Jhum cultivation. Jhum cultivation, it is also called as slash and burn agriculture. Meghalaya, this state has a matriarchal society where the woman dominating society. So in our society, our society is patriarchal, where the male dominating. So head of the family is father or grandfather, means man, but there in the Meghalaya state, so a woman dominating society. Now, next it is Mizoram. The term Mizo means inhabitant of the hill. Mizoram, the people of the Mizoram, they too have their own culture, and different tribes and the sub-tribes are there in the state. Majority of the people of the state are Christian, but some follow Buddhism and Hinduism as well. After converting into Christianity, large number of the people of the Mizoram, this means their traditional culture and the festival began to diminish. However, it was from 1973 onwards, they restarted to observe their traditional culture and the festival by organizing this Chapcharkut. Along with this, Mizo have started effort to revive their traditional dance music, etc. This is about Mizoram, and a colorful culture is seen in the northeastern region, and in every state with different dress, dances, songs, instrument, festival, dialects, beliefs, and many more of its community. Now, we will see the tradition culture of Assam. Now, Let's see about Assam. Assam has most varied cultural tradition and mixture of culture. Assam is rich in natural resources and fertile land, particularly in the Brahmaputra Valley, and this added the richness of the state. Means the Brahmaputra Valley added the richness of the state. Earlier, Assam was connected with China through Silk Road. From the ancient time, different groups of the people came to Assam and settled down in the state, and in the subsequent time, they assimilated with Assamese culture. However, mixed culture was developed in Assam with integration of Arya and Anarya. With integration and the assimilation of the Arya people and the Anarya people, so mixed culture developed in the state, and the name of the Assam, the ancient name of the Assam was Pragjyotishpur, and the name of this means Pragjyotishpur name, it is found in Ramayana and the Mahabharata and Vishnu Purana, Kalika Purana and the writing of the Huan Sang. So, some expert, they opine that the name Assam was emerged from Sanskritization. It is Sanskritization of the word Acham or Hacham. Acham or Hacham. Probably used by the Bodo people, Bodo and the Ahom people respectively. This Acham and the Hacham. This is Sanskritized word. Now, this is the mixed culture of the Assam. How the mixed culture? It is found in the Assam. How it was developed? So, this is all about the development of the mixed culture in the state. Large number of the people, they came and settled down here and assimilated themselves with the Assamese culture. Now, next we will see literature. Literature, the Bormon dynasty established in the middle of the 4th century, and following the royal dynasty, they first used Sanskrit and later on Sanskrit born Assamese as the official language. Sanskrit born Assamese language taken as the official language, and that process started from Bormon dynasty rule. Number of the dynasties ruled Assam. Okay. So the modern Assamese language has been formed after crossing a various stage and from the scripture of the Bormon dynasty and Salastamba dynasty, Paul dynasty, Koch dynasty and Ahom scripture, this fact comes out. So this is how the Assamese language developed. So it developed as Sanskrit born Assamese, but Ahom used their own Thai language. The Ahom dynasty, Sukapa, he established in 122 AD on Brahmaputra Valley. So they used their own Thai language. But modern Assamese language has been developing from the time of the first Assamese journal, Arunodai. And it was the initiative of the Christian missionaries. So the first Assamese journal published. This is how the Assamese language developed, but the contribution of the various movement or the group of the people or the religious group also contributed in the development or towards the development of the Assamese language. Let's see. And here, the most important one, it is the Vaishnavite movement. Vaishnavite movement, as we all know that, Vaishnavite movement launched by the Shankardeva and the Madhavdeva in 15th century influenced the life of the people of Assam in all aspects. This religious movement had a very great impact on Assamese literature as well. How? So while propagating the religion, so this Shankardev and the Madhavdev, they also had written number of this poetry, song, prose, and Charitra Puthi drama. All these were written during that time, and the main subject matter of this literature were the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Purana, etc. Shankardev's Kirtan, Madhavdev's Namghosha and Bardgit of these both gurus were most popular at present also. Now, the contribution of this Vaishnavite movement had a tremendous impact on Assamese literature. Next, we will see the Ankya Nath written by Shankardeva, and the first Nath drama, it is Chinajatra of Shankardeva was even wrote and played before Shakespeare. Okay, so Shankardeva's drama, it is Chinajatra. It was written and played before Shakespeare drama, and the Shankardev and the Madhavdev, their writing had a great impact on Assamese literature. The real Assamese prose writing was first introduced by Bhattadeva with his writing like Katha Gita, Bhagavat Katha, Ratnavali Katha, etc. So this is the movement perspective, the Vaishnavite movement perspective and its impact on Assamese literature. Now we will see the historical perspective. This is also historical. This movement also historical, but while British was ruling Assam, and before that the different ruler, the Ahom ruler, when they were ruling, so the historical records were also maintained, and some of these are Devdahi history, Tungkhungia history, Kachari history, Jayantia history, Tripura history, Padya history, Padshai history. So the modern Assamese language evolved after the American Baptist missionaries. They published the first Assamese magazine named Arunodai in the year 1846. I said it. So the modern Assamese language, evolving of the modern Assamese language started first. It was after publishing the Arunodai journal in the year 1846. So this is how the development of the literature took place in Assam and in Assamese language. Now next we will see the religion. Now majority of the people of the Assam are Hindus, followed by Islam, Christian, Jain, Buddha, Sikh and the other. Now the Hindu religion of the Assam can be divided into Shakta, Saiva, Vaishnav and Surya cult. So these are the different groups of the Hindu people of Assam. Among these, Kamakhya temple in Assam is very famous worldwide, and the Neo Vaishnavite movement resulted in large number of the people following the Vaishnavism. So it was Neo Vaishnavite movement, Shankardev Neo Vaishnavite movement. So large number of the people, they are now the follower of Vaishnavism. Traces of Islam, this can be traces. So it was first found in Assam in the year 13th century. Puamokka in the Hazo is a holy place of Muslim people. The Jikir and the Jari of Ajahn Pir, very famous, and his name is Milan Shah, are popular religious song. Ajahn Pir, who came to Assam during the role of Godadar Singh. This is the route how that the Islam started spreading in Assam, and the Sikh inhabitant in Assam, so how they settled down, how the Sikh people came to Assam. Now, it was during the Burmese invasion when Chandrakant Singh, he sought the help of the Punjab king, so Ranjit Singh. Then he sent assistance to Chandrakant Singh, and some of the Punjabi people, they stayed back in the Assam province, and they settled down and assimilated or integrated themselves with the Assamese culture. Next, it is art and painting. This is the way how that the mixed culture developed in Assam. And other than this, Sikh people, some people also living in the eastern part of the state, including Thai, Paket, Thurung, Aitan, Khamti, Kamyang, Nora, etc., follow the Buddhi religion. Assam monarch, they always follow a secular attitude in the outlook, and they always patronize for setting up number of worshipping places in the province. And because of their secular rule, it was because of this that a mixed culture developed in the state. Now we will see the art and painting of Assam. Painting in Assam started to take proper shape in the from 17th century, mainly with the patronage of the king. The pictorial books were developed in the Shatras, like small picture book of the North India. The most famous pictorial book of that time include Hasti Vidyarnava, Ananda Lahiri, Chitra Bhagavat, Geet Govinda, etc. Made on Sanchipat. In the last class I said what Sanchipat is all about. So the multicolored pictured were this drawn with natural colors. Now, so the things which were drawn at that time, so these are the picture of king, palaces, deities, animals, etc. were drawn. So after drawing, the empty spaces were filled with flower and the cripples. Now the picture in the book were drawn by the two artists, the famous two artists named Dilbar and the Dosai. In the later stage, several books were published in print. This is how the art and the painting developed in the state. One thing here you have to remember, developing of the architecture, sculpture, art, painting, all these are patronized by the king. Because at that time people had not that much of the wealth to make all these costly sculpture or architecture or painting. Now next topic, it is sculpture. The sculpture of the Assam, number of sculpture are seen in Assam, and some of these are two-dimensional and some are three-dimensional complete statues. Sculpture were mainly made of stone as well as the elephant trunk, gold, silver, copper and the wood, etc. And the sculptor made the sculpture of the different deities like Shiva, Vishnu, Ganesh, Surya. Now some of the sculpture, the famous sculpture here you have to remember the Parvatiya in Tejpur, Bamuni Pahar, then Madan Kamdev, Ambari, Dabaka, Surya Pahar, etc. So these are the name of the some of the sculpture here you have to remember. So 1 mark, for 1 mark and the 2 mark question may come in your final examination. So you are to remember. Now the Parvatiya sculpture were made in the 6th century, influenced by the Gupta sculpture. Now next it is architecture. Now majority of the architecture of Assam constructed during the Middle Age and patronized by the Okhonkim. I said so. sculpture, architecture, painting. Okay, so all these were patronized by Ahom king. Now, some of the architecture, Ronggor, Kharengor, Thalatolgor, and number of temple made by the Ahom kings. Now, some of the famous temple includes Kamakhya, Ugrata, Umananda, Shivdol, Joydol, Devidol, Phakwadol, Haigrib Madhav, Temple of Hajo, etc. Temples were commonly of Nagara or the Besara style. So, while the pan-India level, the architecture, while I was discussing, I said you, so north and the south, they followed the different architectural style. So, here in the Assam style, Nagara or the Besara style followed. Now, construction of this multi-story Thalatol Ghar started by Ahom king Rudra Singh. For one more question may come, and it was later completed by Rajeshwar, and the king followed him. There was a particular officer called Changrung Phukon who used to supervise the construction work and measurement of road, palaces, temples, house, multi-story building like Talatalgar, Ronggor, Karangar and all these. So, the histories are written on the activities of Changrung Phukon. It is called Changrung Phukon's history. Changrung Phukon or Itihash. Now, next topic it is folk culture. So, this is all about the architecture. Architecture, here you want to remember the name of some of the architecture, temples, okay, Ronggor, Talatalgar, Kharangar. So, all this you want to remember, and who patronized all this, and what style was followed while constructing all these architecture, that you want to remember. Next, it is folk culture. Assam has a very cultural heritage. Assam has a very rich cultural heritage. In addition to that, common cultural heritage, every tribe and the sub-tribe have their own rich traditional culture and has its own dialect, folk culture, ornament, food habit, dress habit and all this. Now, one by one, the different culture of the Assam we will discuss now. First one is the Bihu festival of Assam. Bihu festival, it is the Assam, the most a very enthusiastic and a festival which is full of gaiety. Now, Bihu festival in Assam, it is of 3 different Bihus are observed and celebrated in Assam. First one, Bohag, Kati and the Magh Bihu. Now, first we will see the Bohag Bihu. It is celebrated in the last day of the Assamese month, Choit or Sat. Choit or Sat. Chait or Sat. So, in Bengali we call Chaitra Mas, right? So, on last day, it is observed as a Goru Bihu. So, how Goru Bihu? So, cows are important part in the life of the Assamese people, and on that particular day, cows are given bath, okay, and taken care. And the first day of Bohag, and in Bengali we call Boishakh. Clear? So, first day of the Bohag, it is celebrated as Manu Bihu. On that particular day, people wear new clothes and the younger ones seek the blessing from elder, and people greet each other. Different sports and cultural activities are organized and people enjoy on this particular day. People perform Bihu dance. Bihu dance, you all know that. Some of you are very good in Bihu dance. So, people also greet each other with Bihuans. So, Bihuans giving gift, mainly gamusa. Different tribes of the state, they follow or observe this Bihu in their own traditional way. Next, Kati Bihu. This is Bohag Bihu. Next, Kati Bihu. Bohag Bihu on the last day of Chaitra. Okay. So, this day is observed as Goru Bihu. On this particular day, so cows are given bath and taken care. As cows are important part of the people and mainly used for agriculture and other the benefits of cows are also there, this animal. So, and the first day of Bohag or the Boishak, so it is observed as the Manu Bihu, and people wear new clothes and people greet each other and the people seek a blessing from elders. On this particular day, different cultural activities also organized and people perform the Bihu dance. Bihu dance is very common and very famous. Now next it is Kati Bihu. Kati Bihu, it is observed on the last day of Assamese month Ahit. In Bengali we call Ashin Mas. So people observe fasting in the day and light lamp under Tulsi tree and in paddy field in the evening. Clear? Next, Magh Bihu. This Magh Bihu or the Bhogali Bihu, Bhog means eating. So it is celebrated on the last day of Assamese month Push. Okay, Push Mas, we call in Bengali Push Mas. So the day before the Bihu, it is called Uruka. Clear? You have to remember the name. And people construct Bhelagor. Bhelagor, it is temporary hut made of bamboo and the straws. A very temporary house. And Meiji in the field and community fest are also organized near those in the night of Uruka, where they will construct this temporary house, means Belagor. So they organize different activities and Meiji, it is firewoods, collection of collective firewoods. And in the next morning, the previous night or the evening, they construct this temporary house, this hut, Belagor. So next morning they burn this Meiji, the collected firewoods, and they seek blessing from the fire. People prepare different snacks and sweets, jalpan, etc. and people visit their relative's house. All types of foods are also made available, and this Bihu, it is Bhogali because people observe this festival with very heavy food for enjoyment. That is Bhoga or Bhog. That is Bhoga or Bhog. Clear? Next, it is folk song. So these are the three different types of Bihu, which is celebrated with full enjoyment in the state. Next, folk song. Assam has a rich tradition of folk song, which is sung in the different occasion and the different environment. Now, marriage song, appeasing song, Kamrupi, Gwalparia song, folk song are most popular. Among other folk like Ainam, Dainam, Dothara and Chiagit, etc. are worth mentioning. So these are the different types of song which are very common in the state. Marriage song, Biyanam. Okay, Biargan in Bengali, so we call Biargan. So this Biargit. So these are also very common in Bengali culture also. Earlier when I was small, so I saw and I have observed that so people sing this Biargan marriage songs. Now, in addition to the folk song, Assam also has a rich tradition of folk dances, and Ojapali is the most important among those. Ojapali, this dance, folk dance, Ojapali folk dance, it has two styles. One is Bias Oja and second one is Sukanani Oja. Now, the stories of Ramayana and the Mahabharata are sung in the Bias style, while in the Sukanani, so story is sung for the appeasement of Manasa Devi. Ojapali, this folk dance, it is very popular in the district of Kamrup, Nolbari, Borpeta and the Dorang. Two popular Ojapali performers, Lalit Chandra Nath and Kinaram Nath, were awarded the Sangeet Natak Academy Award. You are to remember. Short question may come. Other popular folk dance, worth mentioning folk dance also, which includes Dipadulia, Bordolia and Devdani of Dorong, Mohoho, Bortal dance, Tayanam, Ojapali, etc. of Lower Assam, and Dulia, Ojapali, Jumur of Upper Assam. So these are the worth mentioning. Some of the folk dances are there. So you have to remember all these different folk dances and the different folk dances which are very popular in which particular state or the region, particular areas of Assam. That also you have to remember. So while writing these, the different the folk dance, you are also to write the name of the place where so particular folk dance it is very popular. So this is all about the chapter, and you enjoy this class and read this chapter nicely at your home. Enjoy the class, and if you face any doubt or any problem, contact me every night. And this is all about the day's discussion. Thanks to all.